The R870 MCS is the first shotgun you unlock in Black Ops 2 as soon as you unlock Creator Class. It is a pump-action shotgun which has thus a slow fire rate but a much greater range than some of the other shotguns. When you aim down the sights of the R870 MCS, the pellet spread becomes tighter, making it easier to take out enemies at longer range. That said, the R870 MCS is still a close-range weapon, only offering weak and unreliable performance at medium range. When using the R870 MCS, it is important that you maneuver the map so that you have the best chance of winning every encounter. Avoid long sightlines and areas that have good vantage points overlooking them. Unless you are face to face with an enemy, it is always worth aiming down the sights of the R870 MCS to take advantage of the tighter pellet spread. This will allow you to kill enemies more reliably at greater range. With the R870 MCS, it is vital that you hit the enemies. Thus it is always worth taking a little extra time making sure that your aim is on target, rather than starting to shoot as soon as possible. If you do miss a shot, stop aiming down the sights and strafe whilst you uncog the weapon for the next shot to try and avoid enemy fire. The perks I found most useful with the R870 MCS were Ghost, Flak Jacket, Toughness, Dexterity and Tactical Mask. Ghost makes sure that enemies can't get ready for you should they have a UAV up. Flak Jacket lets you survive explosive equipment, which you often run into when you have to get close to enemies. Toughness reduces the flinch from being shot, which is key to using most weapons. Dexterity brings up the R870 MCS fast after sprinting, which lets you be aggressive without worrying about being caught off guard. Tactical Mask is also important to close range weapons, since often when you get close to someone they have traps set up for you. Fast Mag reduces the reload time as it lets you reload 2 slugs at the same time. But you rarely need to reload, and if you do, the time you save with Fast Mags isn't worth it. The laser sight reduces the hipfire spread of the R870 MCS. However, it isn't that useful since you should only fire from the hip if you are face to face with an enemy, where laser sight will do little to help you win. In all other engagements, it is better to aim down the sights of the R870 MCS, in which case the laser sight doesn't help at all. The stock increases your movement speed whilst aiming. This is only useful in the fraction of a second in which you aim down the sights of the R870 MCS to get a kill, so it isn't worth using. The suppressor keeps you off the radar and reduces muzzle flash. This can be useful for stealth builds, which can be effective. But the reduction in range is significant enough that it will become more difficult to kill enemies in a lot more situations. Extended clip increases the maximum number of bullets per magazine. I rarely found that I ran out of ammunition in an engagement. When you get below 4 remaining bullets, it will be time to reload, but you should never have to use more than 2 or 3 bullets per engagement. The R870 MCS has 2 available optical attachments. Neither is particularly useful, as it is easy enough to use the iron sights of the R870 MCS for the brief moments that you aim down the sights. The MMS can scan for heat signatures of enemies, but that is rarely useful if you are on the move. Long barrel increases the range of the R870 MCS. This lets you be much more competitive at medium range. With it you can reliably take out enemies at the closer part of medium range, especially if you aim down the sights. Quick Draw lets you aim down the sights of the R870 MCS faster. This lets you react quicker to enemies, giving you a better chance to kill them. Now I would like to hear from you. Leave a comment below with the class setup you prefer with the R870 MCS for a chance to be featured in next Wednesday's video, where I will give feedback about some of the builds you suggest. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time.